are pretty much the only thing I saved from the old bike setup are those metal ferrules. And because I might be able to reuse them for some other projects or on the new build. Even though the brand new one is gonna come with a whole bunch of, you know, ferrules, it's always nice to reuse, okay? That's the only thing I'm gonna reuse. Everything else, brand new, okay? Taking a look at the front end cockpit, at this point, I can probably just take the whole thing out and remove everything off the bike, but I think it's still better to leave it on the bike because I'm gonna show you guys a couple issues that we might run into when we do the upgrade. So right now, the front, this is a classic setup with a fairly modern shifter where all the cables are run at the front end. It goes in here and then it drops down there. Same thing for the left side. It goes to the front side and it drops down from here. The problem with the aerial bar is there's no front end for you to run the cables. It's pretty much flat. So you might be able to do it, just have a exposed naked wires running through here and then dropping down. Or you could do what the manufacturer recommends, which is hide the cable in here and drop down from the rear of the bar, which this is gonna actually create a more awkward and lower angle. The cable is gonna be at a much lower angle and it's gonna bend quite a lot, which might make it harder to get the cable over to the side easily. So we'll have to see to find out. So next, I'm gonna remove the handlebar. I'm gonna get the shifters off and we're gonna actually just put the new handlebar and the stem on here and then we're gonna start from there. Remove the stem with the handlebar now. Comes in at 450 grams. That's the total weight of the aluminum bar and the 18mm bone trigger Lithium Pro stem. Now let's see the new aerial setup. Fingers crossed. Hopefully it's a little lighter. Holy moly. It's only 12.3 ounce and translates to 350 grams. Fantastic. So we're gonna go ahead and just give it a sizing, try to see if it fits. So the rest of the process should be pretty smooth, okay? Should be pretty smooth. And this actually completes a whole Easton setup. So it's got Easton stem, handlebar, fork, seat post. It's pretty much a light speed with Easton setup. Pure American tradition, I guess, except the wheel set, which is Mavic. I think they are a European brand. Okay, so that's quite nice. All right, so let's try to put this in there. As I said before, if you've never done any projects and you want to upgrade your bike, all you need to do is do it once, and every other times it's gonna be super easy, okay? Another thing is you gotta invest in some quality tools for your bike setup, whether you're doing mountain bike or road bikes. Now I don't have any hydraulic tools or the new electronic shifting tools because I am still quite fascinated with full mechanical beauty of the road bike. Okay, so maybe one day I'll get a full on disc brake, lightweight endurance racing bike, whatever. But for now, the Lightspeed Sienna, it's like a fantastic bike. There's no reason to upgrade for me. Okay, and with all those projects I'm doing, I'm having a lot of fun, as you can see. So again, I'm gonna adjust the angle a little bit because right now it's too pointed up. So I'm actually gonna rotate it and make it go flat. So looks great. Beautiful. All right. So next, I'm gonna get the cables out, get the housing out, put the shifters on, and we're gonna further test and see where we're gonna handle those cables. So I have got the shifters fitted onto the aerial bar. It's pretty easy. I just slided everything back in here and kind of aligned and made a note on the markings. So when I install the other side, it's actually much easier. So the markings definitely helps with aligning the shifters. Now I got both shifters perfectly aligned and locked tight onto the handlebar. The next step is we're gonna get the cable and the cable housing done, hopefully wired through the internal routing, and we're gonna install the handlebars at the very end. Now I found out that the original handlebar from the old bar actually works pretty good, still in excellent condition. So I'm not gonna use my new cross handlebar just because if I can reuse it and recycle it, I'm definitely gonna do that and save this for the next project. I have all my shifter cables and brake cables and housing ready. So let me do the brake first because I think brakes are usually easiest. For this one, it's pretty weird. It's got a weird large turning radius, almost like 180 degrees backwards. So I'm again gonna leave it a little longer just in case. Because later on I'm gonna resize everything and further enhance and cut it. Whew, so it actually took quite a long time for me to get the cable routing correct, and it's a pain in the butt installing shifter cables because the shifter cable goes from the outside, and this one requires intense amount of force to get it correct. And it's still not perfect, but for now it actually shifts pretty smoothly, so really no complaints. But the handlebar itself, I took a test run just right now without installing any of the grips on the bottom, and on the top you're not supposed to install any grips anyway, so it actually rides very nice, very smooth. The drop bar is much more usable now. The old one actually had a pretty large job, so I wasn't able to utilize it fully. This one I have a shallow job, very easy to reach, and if I need to go fast, I can grab my brakes over there. And the brake reach probably have to be adjusted a little bit for the drop bar use, but 90% of the time I'm riding on the top, so really there isn't any issue. Now, a couple of things to point out. When you install the shifter cables on the SRAM Force 22, it's really tricky, so make sure you use a brand new cable and do not cut your cable. If you cut your cable, it's really hard to get the cable through the hole from the inside and outside and come out from the outside. It's really tough. On both of those shifters I had trouble. It took me hours, and I actually wasted one of the brand new cables because I accidentally cut the cable and messed up everything. So make sure when you reinstall the Force, use brand new shifter cables. And the new shifter cable actually made shifting so much more smooth, so really no complaints there. The bike right now, fantastic, and I think I have accomplished what I set out to do today by upgrading the front cockpit, and hopefully I'll get my seat post coming soon, so I can just complete my bike setup. But other than that, I really love my Lightspeed Sienna, and this is with SRAM Force 22 group set, and absolutely beautiful, absolutely a joy to ride. Okay, so questions, comments, feel free to ask me in the comment section down below. Otherwise, I hope you found this upgrade video helpful, and if you did find the video helpful, please do hit the like button or subscribe to my channel, and I should have more similar contents coming out for you guys. Okay, thanks again, and take care.